Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about I'm never ordering Uber Eats again. Woman says Uber Eats driver tried to assault her, force his way into apartment. Okay, yikes. I don't think there is a justifiable reason for you to do that. The reality is about gig workers is that you never really know who you're going to have delivering your food, and you don't know what kind of customers you're going to have. So there is that innate level of danger there. However, in this case, this person ended up on the receiving end of a driver that definitely should not have been on the platform. So with that said, I want to go over everything that's being said in this article, how it actually is for Doordash, UberEats, and Grubhub drivers across the board, and everything in between. So with that said, let's get started. A user on TikTok is calling out Uber after claiming that an Uber Eats driver attempted to assault her. In a video with over 21,000 views as of Sunday morning, TikTok user Mamando recounts the experience. According to the TikToker, she had ordered from Uber Eats but received the wrong order. Per the video and a comment, she says that she requested and received a refund, then placed another order. I'm gonna leave her TikTok as well as her profile in the description so you can develop your own opinions on the subject. You ended up getting the wrong order and you got a refund, so you placed the order again, which is not too surprising.
When the guy came back, he insisted that I answered the door, and I said, just leave it, and he insisted on me opening it, which was my first mistake I did.
Now, why is the guy insisting that you answered the door? Did Uber end up making it a PIN number system? I don't know. The guy seems like he's off his rocker based on the headline, but we don't know that yet.
And he left, no problem. And then 3 hours later, I get a knock on the door, and again, second mistake, I'm in a nice building with 3 security guards. I answered the door, and it was an Uber guy, but not the same Uber guy, and he had the whole Uber thing, and he said, my friend said that you wanted to hook up with somebody tonight. And he started stroking my hand, and he said, could I come in for a glass of water? And I said no.
Okay, hold on a second. So the guy's putting the moves on you, but the other side to that is you are claiming that it's an Uber guy. How do you know it's an Uber guy? You said it was an Uber guy, but it's not the same Uber guy. How do you even get there? How do you even know? Like, where's the connection there? I'm starting to feel suspicious on all this. And not to mention there's security guards there. What's going on?
And he started to force, but not too forcefully, but he tried to force his way in. And I shut the door, I screamed, I called security.
It sounds like somebody tried to force himself upon you, but how do we know this guy was an Uber Eats driver? Like, what's going on here? How do we know that? So far, you've had 2 Uber Eats drivers and this one random guy that wasn't the same Uber Eats guy. So there's 3 Uber Eats people in general. What's going on? According to Mamando, this Uber driver was definitely connected to her original refunded order. Okay, so this was the first guy, not the second guy, the first guy that ended up delivering the order. The second guy was a completely different story. Now it's starting to make sense.
He had all my contact information, and he had my unit number, everything. And I am warning you, never answer your door.
Okay, so first of all, if you said leave it at the door, it's leave it at the door, that's that. Second of all, he does not have your contact information. He has your unit number, he has your address. If he decided to screenshot the phone, but he doesn't have your phone number, so feel safer there. From here, she calls out the company specifically for their response to this issue.
In Uber, I tried to report this, and I did report it successfully, but it took me an hour and a half to get through to someone live. I could not find anybody live, a number for a live agent on any of site. I didn't, on the app, nothing. I had to call the restaurant and beg them to connect me to corporate headquarters to speak to somebody live.
You know, I hear a lot of people say that, but I don't have that problem. Like, it does take me some time sometimes, but I never have a problem contacting support. Why do you guys have a problem? I don't know, something suspicious about that.
Never answer your door. Never answer your door, and I'm never ordering Uber Eats again. I don't know if this is a thing that people say they want to hook up. I have no idea, but it was absolute bullshit. And it was an assault.
I would say 9 times out of 10, drivers don't want to hook up or anything like that on delivery. at all. In fact, the large majority of us, we treat this like a business. We do our thing, we fulfill the contract, and we leave. In fact, we don't even want to stick around because we probably got our next order already. Like, really, that's just a bunch of craziness that happened on your part. I'm sorry that it happened, but it is something that happened. While this TikToker is based in Canada, Uber's own US safety report offers some insight into the available data about the frequency in which customers and drivers report as assault through the app. There's a whole lot of yikes on this already, but let's keep adding more, shall we? According to Uber, there were 3,824 recorded incident reports by assault by Uber drivers and customers between the years 2019 and 2020, and this is a decrease from the 2 years prior in which 5,981 incident reports were made. While this decrease is significant, Uber itself states that each report incident represents a harrowing lived experience for the survivor. Each one report is one too many. What's crazy about that number is that you would think it happens so much more often. Maybe there's a lot more flirting, maybe there's a lot more provocative things, maybe there's some things that just go unreported, but that's still not as much as I thought it would be. It's not that any of them are justifiable, but I thought it was going to be a lot higher. I'm impressed. Other users have reported issues with Uber drivers. For example, one user alleged that a driver repeatedly texted her following their meeting, even later showing up to her apartment building unprompted. Yeah, but here's the thing that I'm starting to think about with that initial number that we talked about, the 3,824 incidents, and the overall number of people that are claiming that's the case. Because you gotta think, how many TikToks, how many incidents like this go viral so often? How many of them are made but don't go viral? And how many of them at this point are even accurate to begin with? I don't know. Either way, this guy, whether or not he was real or not, seems down bad, and my gosh, it is not a good thing. In the comment section, users encourage Momando to escalate the incident to the best of her ability. Call the police and report it. The police will then contact Uber. Stay safe, Angel, advised the commenter. Momando noted in a later comment that she is okay and the police and Uber are on it. Okay, so there has been a police report made on the subject, so that makes sense. The TikToker stated in the comments that her experience can be a lesson for viewers. The police say it's not common, but it has happened before, so be careful and have them leave your order, she wrote. And most of us prefer contactless delivery anyway, so I'd say that would be an overall win-win for all parties involved. This is my opinion. It's worth what you pay for it. None of you pay me. There you go. Before we even get into the validity of the subject, I do want to be clear. I am going to address this as if it's valid because it kind of teeter-totters on the validity aspect, and it does seem a little sketch to hear. If there is a police report on it, I really hope the driver does get deactivated. He does seem like someone who is down bad and is just going for whatever they want at this point. Either way, remember, UberEats, Doordash, Grubhub, these are not dating apps. They're an income source. Keep it professional. Whatever that looks like to you. Like, maintain a level of professionalism. I hate the term professionalism, but that really applies here. We're here to make money, not hook up, not flirt with some chick at a restaurant or anywhere else. It's just not okay. And definitely do not force yourself upon them. I really hope this guy got deactivated. At the very least. Although I will say the one cool thing that I found out about all of this is that the number of incident reports from Uber is actually really low. 3,824 out of how many deliveries? Out of how many drivers out there? That's impressive, honestly. I thought it was going to be much higher. At least in the tens and hundreds of thousands of incidents. Even if it's minor. These are overall incident reports. And also the the information on here is slightly skewed. Out of the 3,824 reports, 998 SA incidents actually took place, and 141 are reports. And that's 2020. It could be more today. I don't know. But either way, that's still impressively low. And yes, if it was 1, it's still too high. But either way, I genuinely thought it was going to be more. So maybe it's not as dangerous as we thought, but it is still pretty dangerous. Either way, gentlemen, ladies, keep it in your pants. This is a place of work. Try to keep things as professional as possible so you can make the most amount of money in the least amount of time in the safest possible way for all parties involved. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!